Hi everybody, it is Chris here from the Professional Beauty team. We are just getting ready for Liz McKeon's session on navigating your business. I am joined by my lovely colleague Eleanor, who will be hosting this session. So we're just getting Liz set up and connected on our service. So hopefully she will be joining us very soon. And yes, so we're just going to talk you through some of the other things that are going on at Professional Beauty Week, Professional Beauty Virtual Week, sorry. So yeah, if you want to tell us a little bit more about what's going on.
Yeah, sure. So in today's session, we've got Liz McKeon, who's going to be talking about 11 tips to help your business through the coronavirus. So we will have we'll have a bit of time at the end for questions. So if you have any burning questions for Liz, please do send them our way and we'll get her to answer them for you. And in terms of our virtual week, Beauty Week programme, we've also got lots more to come today. Up next, we'll have our very own Chris Halpin, who's our social media editor, and he'll be showing you how to navigate salon success online with lots of different digital tips. So there's lots more to come. Also, if you're watching these webinars, you can also claim CPD points through that as well. So for every hour that you view, you can claim points through that. So make sure you head to the PB website and you can claim on those. So yeah, if you do have any questions for Liz, please do pop them into our YouTube chat and we can answer those for you. We're hoping to be joined by Liz very shortly, so do please bear with us. We'll be with you very, very soon.
Yeah, and if you didn't see earlier, so all of our live streams are now going up on our YouTube after the fact as well. So if you didn't see any of our earlier videos, we had an amazing Q&A session earlier today with Hilary Hall and Tina Beaumont. So they talked through a lot of the resources and the information that I know a lot of you have been asking about in terms of what support is out there for salons, whether you're in hair, whether you're in beauty. There's been so much lots of queries. It was a really, really good session, so I would really suggest that you check that out. I know a lot of people have also been asking about our session yesterday, Team John. As you might be aware, there are a few technical glitches here and there with getting people from all over the country sort of together online. I know a lot of you have been trying to do sort of online consultations. That was something that Martine was talking about. So I know a lot of you have been asking, where is that video? It's currently still live on our Instagram. It's on our Instagram live. So if you can check there, it should still be live. If not, we have recorded. It will be on the YouTube later. So you will be able to access it that way. So fingers crossed, we will have all the information there. I know a lot of you are waiting for Liz. We are doing our best to get her with us. I'm not entirely certain where the issue is right now, but we will keep talking us through and then hopefully she'll be joining us very, very shortly. So yes, this is my kitchen, by the way. So yeah, I'll just give you a little bit of a sneak peek about what I'll be talking about, hopefully at 1 o'clock. Otherwise, I don't know whether we'll shuffle things around, but I'm going to be talking a little bit about measuring your success online through analytics tools. So there's going to be lots of information in terms of Google Analytics, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the things that you kind of need to know. Obviously, with salons closed, it's a great time to sort of look back at what you have been doing, how you can continue to grow online. It's a really good opportunity, I think, for us to keep growing our businesses and have that success even when we can't obviously, unfortunately, have salons. I don't know, we've also got some great brand initiatives as well. I don't know whether you've got access to those at the moment, but I don't know if you wanted to talk us through anything there.
Yeah, sure. Let me just get those. So yeah, we've got lots of different brand offers and initiatives that are going on at the moment. So If you go onto Professional Beauty's website, we've got an article there which will show you all of the ones that are available. One of the brands we have is London Sugaring, and they've launched a Facebook group called Sugarpreneurs Unite, and that's there to kind of help support you through this time. Additionally, it's also rolling out for payment instalment plan for all product orders, so really handy during this time as well. The VTCT are offering up-to-date advice and support for education centres and students as well. That's on its website, and there's plenty of resources and FAQs available for both teachers and students. So really good if you're currently a teacher in a college, or if you're a student and you want some remote learning resources, there's plenty to see there. Pure Nails, they also have a Facebook group which is open to support nail professionals who need advice, help or support during this time. And there's plenty more as well, so please do check out the website. We've got loads going on there, and that will constantly be updated as well. So we've also got some competitions, so please keep your eyes posted on our social channels. There's lots up for grabs. So I think we have a competition at the moment with LMS where you can win £1,000 worth of products, so there's lots to come.
The LMS competition has closed, unfortunately. I don't know whether you didn't see, but hopefully some of you were able to enter that. We do have more competitions up though, with lots more of your favourite brands. Speaking of which, we do have a page on the website. So I know everybody loves, obviously we can't be at Professional Beauty London today. It's obviously great to see the Excel Centre, whilst we can't be there, is being used for such a great cause. They've obviously turned it into a temporary hospital to help people suffering with coronavirus. So I think that's a great scheme. And obviously we can't wait to be back there in October once this totally passed through. But we have got some offers, and I know lots of you love the offers that we have at Professional Beauty London. So we have a page on our website. It is, I will put it into the YouTube chat. And I know lots of you are saying hi, and a lot of you are talking. So thank you so much, and for being so patient over on YouTube. We have a page in the chat, I just linked it, which is all the offers from the brands who are going to be at Professional Beauty London, who are still offering some of those great deals. So we've got brands, we've got Aqua Natural, we've got Casey, we've got BB Lifestyle. I mean, Eve Taylor have got 20% off product packages with free training. That is a great deal. We spoke with Chris Taylor from Eve Taylor as well on our Instagram at the end of last week, which was a really good piece of all about how to treat different skin types and the best facial oils for them. So do make sure you check that out. If you are looking for opportunity, and Nika Organic have got things, Luella Bell. So you can, if you have a look at that list, you can see all the, it's been great, and the support from brands who obviously want to get involved. They want to make certain that you're still able to learn, to get, the offers that you were looking for, so that when salons are ready to open again, you are ready and up on your feet. We are still working on getting Liz in. I am seeing the tech chat that we're off. So I do promise that we are very shortly hopefully going to have Liz with us. But yes, I'm just trying to think of other things. So obviously we have a virtual beauty week. So this is what we are part of. We also have a virtual spa week. So if you are somebody with a spa business or a spa side to your business, we will have talks with some of the leading spa operators. We've got 2 of those today. We've got a situation room with speakers from across the world, effectively. We've got the USA, we've got Greece, Canada, UK, France. So that's going to be really good. And then we have a one-on-one with Thierry Malloret, who is going to talk about social and economic consequences of the pandemic. If you're also interested, we have Andrew Hansford. So if you do any advanced treatments, Andrew Hansford today at 4 p.m. will be talking about advances in microneedling for skin rejuvenation, which is going to be a really good one. Eleanor, are there any other ones coming up later this week that you're excited about? I know we've obviously got our own Akeisha from Hairdressers Journal. She will be speaking
We've got loads coming up. I think the situation rooms will be great because we've got a big panel of lots of different speakers and experts. So I think it would be great to join those and hear from lots of different opinions in the industry on what's happening. I'm excited for yours, Chris. I'm looking forward to the social.
No, that I think that will be a really good one. So obviously that is coming up quite soon. We are just hopefully going to have something to do with Liz. I'm just waiting to hear back from our tech team. In the meantime, other things that are happening, we've got, I don't know whether you saw last night, we had a virtual yoga class, which was really, really good at a time when it's quite stressful, which I think is a period that we might be going through right now.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that was really, really good to get all that sorted. We also have Gladys is back later in the week. She'll be doing a virtual meditation class on Friday at 4 p.m. So that I think will be something really nice to cap off the week. The good news is that your support so far has been amazing, and we've loved seeing so many of you out there on YouTube who have been commenting on our social media, who are watching on Instagram. It's been so great. So we are looking to do more of these in the future. Obviously, going forward, it won't be a full week worth of content, but we'll be doing individual sessions with individual speakers. So if you are interested in any of that, do make certain that you are following us on all of our social media, that you are keeping up to date on the website. Thank you everybody who is still sticking around. I know we are still running on. We're still trying to hopefully get Liz in. If we aren't able to get Liz in now, what we might do, I don't know whether we might move on to Instagram like we did with Martine, and then we do have Liz's presentation, so hopefully we'll either be able to record it, put it up later, and then you'll be able to watch it that way. Or we will make certain that you do get Liz's talk, and that we will hopefully be able to facilitate some kind of Q&A session as well. Do keep sticking with us if you are around, and thank you so much for your patience. We're doing the very best that we can.
Thank you everyone for your patience. We really appreciate it. It's a bit tricky at the minute, but we hope to get Liz very soon. If you have any suggestions for topics that you'd like to see in the coming weeks, please do let us know as well. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on what you'd like to see, and we can absolutely look into doing some more of these sessions that can hopefully meet what you want to hear about. So please do get in touch if you've got any topic ideas or questions that you'd like us to ask.
Yes, and one thing as well that we would like to talk about, so obviously you may have seen the Professional Beauty Awards in the UK. They've been postponed until the 13th of September. So we obviously had lots of judging days and lots of things going on that obviously we aren't able to do whilst the country is currently in lockdown. So we thought that the best way to do that, rather than not be able to do certain categories, we wanted to celebrate the entire event and celebrate when we are able to, and really, celebrate the industry. And I think it'll be a great way after what we will, after the coming months, to really get back together and just enjoy ourselves. So yeah, September the 13th is the new date for the Professional Beauty Awards. However, if you are based in Ireland, and I know we do have quite a few Irish followers, we have to launch the Professional Beauty and Hair Journal Ireland Awards. So they are brand new for this year. We will be back in Dublin in November. I do have the exact date, but if you want to have a look, the deadline for those is in May. So you do have time, but obviously now is a great time to start preparing for lots of awards. Start your entries. You can really hopefully dedicate some great time. So if you are in Ireland, I think that is a great thing to enter. And we will be bringing everybody together, from beauty, from hair. I think that'll be an amazing opportunity. So that is something else that is fun that is coming up. What else can we talk about?
Shall we go through tomorrow's schedule, what we have coming up?
Yeah, why not?
So tomorrow at 10 a.m, which is our first session of the day, we'll be having an interview on how to use technology to adapt your business during the coronavirus. And that's with Jack Tang, the co-founder and chief executive of Urban. And then at 1 p.m, we have creating successful video content for social media. That's from Say Signizel, managing director at Too Fresh. And at 2 p.m, we have 5 ways to keep your clients engaged out of the salon, and that's with Christopher Brennan, salon content marketing manager at Forest. So lots more to come. And then in the afternoon, we also have a situation room Cope and Hope, how to cope immediately for your spa business, particularly good if you have a spa business. This will be really relevant for you. And that's with lots of different speakers from all across the world. So they'll be there to answer any questions that you have. At 4 p.m. tomorrow, we have 10 simple ways to double your cash and clients post-coronavirus. And that's with our very own Susan Routledge, Salon Business Talent Turnaround Expert. And at 5 p.m, we have Leading Well from Within, a one-to-one with Daniel Friedland, founder of the Super Smart Health USA. So lots more to come. And you can see the full itinerary on professional beauty as well if you want to check out what else we have coming up this week.
Yeah, and we actually have a question for us, for me and Eleanor. Somebody has asked in the YouTube chat, could you give us international lot, who may not have been on the webinars yesterday, some key takeaways on what was spoken about yesterday? So I think we had 3 great sessions yesterday. Justina Rostek from Gino Salon Earlsfield went through the step-by-step of an online consultation. So I think that was really, really interesting to see sort of how you can continue to, interact with clients, look at maybe bringing in new customers, even whilst we're not able to have our salons open. I think that was a really, really good way of just making people aware that there is a way to keep on going at this time, to not just think that, not just think that you can't reach out to your clients. And I think that is something that is really, really important. Do think of ways that you can keep on checking in with the people that you are treating, because obviously, I think a lot of people, one of the things that we really know about the beauty industry and about the clients that we treat is that there is so much support out there, and that people are loyal people are very, very loyal to a salon. So I think it's a great way to reward that loyalty. Say, we aren't able to be open, would you like an online consultation? We can see what we can do when we are back open again. I think that's a great bit of do make sure that you check that out. That is on the YouTube channel right now, so do have a look at that if you want to. Thank you. I'm still seeing comments as well, people saying, thank you, you're doing a great job. So thank you. We have been told that Liz apparently is connecting, and that we are hopefully nearly there. So fingers crossed. So obviously, if we can get Liz in, I might delay talk slightly because I will. Yeah, we'll see. But hopefully we will catch back up. I will be speedy at 1 p.m. or at 1:15, whatever time that is that I'm going on. So yes, if you do have any questions for us, obviously I can field some digital questions now. If you've got questions about what we're doing with PV, obviously me and Eleanor can both help with that.
And if you have any questions for Liz as well, do send them across in advance, and we'll get her to hopefully answer some of those as well.
Exactly. There is another really great piece actually on the Professional Beauty website, which is how to manage your mental health during coronavirus. I know there is a lot of anxiety, and particularly if you are somebody who already has concerns with anxiety or with stress. I think it's a great piece that we put up there. There's lots of resources out there for you to look at and see if you are struggling at a time like this. So Mind Mental Health Charity, they've got a suite of free tools that are available. Sam Pearce, who owns the Potting Shed Spa, she has her Low Ears help campaign, which is a really, really good scheme. It's something that has been going for a little while now. There is a helpline involved with that, but Sam has done a great amount of work on that. So do have a look at that. There's a lot of free tools. I know that Calm, the meditation app, they've put out a lot of resources as well. So do have a look, see what there is out there for you. And if you do, and also, I think it's a great opportunity to be able to speak together, to interact with each other, and to lean on each other. I think, the beauty industry, like I said, there is a lot of support out there, and that we do support each other is really important at a time like this. So yeah, I think that would be, I think it's a great chance to be able to interact with each other and just see, whether or not somebody is okay, whether they want to talk. Even having a 10-15 minute chat is just it's a great thing, I think.
Yeah, it really
So
does
look
help
at
bring
that.
people together. Absolutely. I think one of the other things that we've really seen is how much you guys are really helping support our key workers as well in the NHS. It's been so lovely to see that you're making either donations for free treatments once we're back to business as normal, or if you're donating hand sanitizers, gloves, masks to your local NHS as well. It's been so great to see what you guys are doing and how we're all banding together to get through this quite difficult time. So thanks to everyone that's doing that. Keep up the good work, and yeah, please do keep in touch with what you're doing as well. We always want to hear what initiatives you're doing in your business to do with the coronavirus or otherwise. So please do stay in touch with what you're up to.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been donating PPE, the protective equipment, which is an amazing thing to see, because obviously we know that there is a shortage in certain parts of the UK, and to see the beauty industry stepping up and offering that, it just goes to show what an amazing industry we are. We are still getting some comments through. Somebody saying, can I give you a cooking lesson? Given that my laptop is currently on my hob, I don't think that's a good idea, because I think some fried electronics won't get us very far.
I think we have Liz on the call now with us. I think she may have just joined. Hello, Liz.
Oh, yes. I think Liz is muted, but hopefully, if she is able to unmute, fingers crossed. But yes, also just before, as we get Liz unmuted and set up, Professional Beauty London, rescheduled dates. We will be back with you in London in October. It is now on the 11th and 12th of October. Yes, I got it right. At Excel. So again, a great opportunity. We'll be back. We'll be able to celebrate the industry again, and all your favorite brands. We are now partnered alongside, will be taking place alongside Salon International. So everything beauty and hair will be in one space. We'll have Will Spa Wellness. We'll have just about everything. We'll have competitions. We'll have championships, offers, deals, so much going on. So Liz, I can see Liz. Liz, there should be a button. There should be a microphone button, hopefully, somewhere on the app. Let me just double check. This is live tech support, everyone. This is the future of... I think you might now be able to see Liz. I wonder whether I can unmute Liz. I don't think I can. Okay, so we're nearly there, as you can see. Hopefully you'll be able to see Liz. So Liz, next to the red phone button on the left, is there a microphone? Or
yes. Yeah, there we go.
Hooray!
Yay!
I was going to miss my own interview.
How are you doing, Liz?
I'm really good. And one of the things I have on my to-do list for this peculiar time of isolation is to catch up on my technology skills, which are very, very poor. So anyway, yes, so happy to be here.
Perfect. Well, I will now leave you with Eleanor. I think we'll have your presentation very shortly, and we'll be able to ready to go. So thank you once again, everybody, for sticking with us. And yeah, let's get on with the show.
Brilliant. Thank you, everyone who's just joined us. We now have Liz on the call, so we're ready and raring to go. So I'll now hand over to Liz. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's my absolute pleasure to be here at last, and apologies for being late. So you just want me to talk through my 11 tips, is it?
That would be brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, you've got my screen there. So do you mind sharing my slides?
Sure. I think we can all see your screen now. So whenever you're ready to go.
Great. Okay, so thank you to everybody for joining me in this really peculiar time. I want to talk today about my 11 tips to actually navigate your way through this coronavirus. Now, I have to say at the outset, I don't have a magic wand for you. I wish I did, but I actually don't. We are going on this very strange voyage of discovery. So I think we just have to do the best we can with it. Very, very difficult and very strange times. My message has been continually for the last few weeks, you now have time to work on your business, not just in it. So going to keep repeating that for you. It's time to work on your business, not just in it. And this is something I continually hear all the time in my workshops when I'm giving people extra things to do. It's always that, Liz, I don't have time. I don't have time. That is the one resource that we do have at the moment, is time. And most of your businesses are now actually shut. So for once, you don't have to worry about the normal day-to-day operations. It's gone for the moment. So I'm going to suggest that we work on just being ready for your comeback, and start looking at, you've now got time to be really creative and to work on your businesses. So my first tip for you is, number one is, please do not be an ostrich. Do not bury your head in the sand. This is not a time for that. This too shall pass. And you've got to be very clear. I'm well aware of the difficulties that you're all facing right now, but you should also be really aware that successful entrepreneurs are viewing this as an enormous time of opportunity. So we've got to take the opportunity out of the current challenges, difficult and all as that may be. So 2020, it's a different world now, and you need to accept this, and you need to steer your boat accordingly. No matter how well you planned for your business in 2020, that's going to need to change now. We have to adapt, and we have to make changes, and we've got to constantly reframe your understanding of what is going to happen. And I have a little phrase for you here. Great generals should issue commands in the morning and change them in the evening. And that's just a little Chinese proverb, but actually we don't know what's happening. We don't know how it's going to change, and we just have to be ready. And, you know, this is like whatever skills, whatever mental and emotional skills you master over the coming weeks, you know, you have those for life. So number two here is, your health is your number one priority. Your health is your number one priority. It is absolutely critical that you do not take any chances with it, as you are the driving force and you are the engine of your business. And be sure that you are healthy physically, mentally and emotionally. Now look, we do not know how long this is going to go on for, but I started my first business in 1989. In 1990, the Gulf War started in August 1990, and it was pretty terrifying, a bit like this, that we were waiting for the bottom to fall out of the world the whole time. That war ended in February 1991, and the first business to reopen was a beauty salon. So when I say to you, you've got to be the driving force and the engine of your business, you have got to be ready for a successful comeback. There's nothing we can do about the day-to-day stuff, but you've got to manage yourself. Now, to maintain your health, you've got to manage your stress, because if you don't, that will have too much of an impact on your immune system, and you can't afford to take that risk. So you must take care of yourself physically, mentally and emotionally. And probably emotionally is probably the most difficult one there, because of the isolation and the current restrictions that are on everybody. So I'm going to say to you, for the comeback for your business, please place your health as your number one priority, physically, mentally and emotionally, so that you are ready to absolutely shine when this is over. I have no doubt when this is over, your businesses will be the number one priority on all your customers' lists, because they will want to have their hair done, their nails done. People are going to crave communication and physical contact over the coming weeks and months. So, you know, you can solve that problem. So be ready for it. So health is number one priority. Health is your number one priority. It's step number two. Step number three is your team morale. Your team morale will likely be very low with this market uncertainty and salon closures or temporary salon closures, whatever is happening in your business. Good or bad, you must be able to communicate with your team on a very regular basis. So this is the time to have a look at your team, how your team are performing as an entity, how you're performing as a manager, and where you feel your management skills could improve. It's time for, there's lots of online courses available. So where you feel your team can upskill, now is the time to actually organise that. You won't have time to send people on training when this is over. When this is over, it will be, it'll be like, I just imagine it for you to be like Christmas week every week until all your clients catch up on themselves. So you want your team at their best. being the best versions of themselves, being actually top of their game when this is over. So you need to keep in touch with your team on a very, very regular basis. Keep the lines of communication open. Send people on whatever online training you possibly can. But I'm going to add an extra thing into that, and that's please look at your own management skills. This is the time that you can actually improve your management skills. Take use of the time, because if you want your team at their best, then guess what? You've got to be at your best. So in my book, 30 Days to Beauty Business Success, my top 5 management questions that you could actually be asking yourself at the moment, and work on this when you have your time off. Number 1, how much should I know about the day-to-day work of my staff? Number 2, how can I increase my team's productivity when things are back to normal, whatever the new normal is going to be? Number 3, how can I use staff training to enhance and improve performance? Number 4, how can I reward staff when my budget is tight? How can I turn around an underperforming group of staff? Now, they're the sort of things that if you start to think about and work on during this current time, you will be a much more effective team manager when you get back to your salon, when things reopen again fully, and your team will be performing an awful lot more effectively. So if I want things around me to change, then I've got to be the change first. So look at your management skills and what can you do, what processes, what systems can you have in place for when you go back. Not to be negative or anything at the moment, but our industry has the second highest failure rate of all business sectors, and the number one reason for this is actually poor management skills. So now is the time to work on your management skills, work with your team every day so that everybody is just at the top of their game when you have this absolute influx of new clients and regular clients when things get back to normal. Step number 4 in my 11 tips to navigating your way through coronavirus. Step number 4 is you've got your clients. You've got to communicate with your clients, your past clients and your current clients, and reassure them of your business status. Tell them what you were doing. Stay on their radar via social media, via newsletters, and ongoing, direct mail, whatever it takes. Keep your marketing activities going so that you stay in front of your clients. Don't stop marketing. The single biggest mistake that business owners make in a recession is that they fail to market. If you had a profitable business before this virus outbreak, then low sales or no sales for the moment is not going to destroy you. What will destroy you, and please get very clear about this, is when we emerge from this, you need to be on your client's radar. If you stop all client communication, then you have no backlog of pent-up demand and customer will to fall back on. So I'm not saying when you're marketing now to sell. I am saying to keep in touch with clients. You don't want a 2 to 3 month catch-up time on your marketing, because by then it might be too late. You have to remain the first choice when people are finally able to get back out and buy your services again. Ring fence your clients. Do you actually care about them? And if you do, why would you stop marketing to them just because they're not giving you any money right now? The salon owner who ignores clients during this time is telling them to view their relationship as purely transactional. And when the money stops, the relationship stops. People aren't stupid. They'll remember this and they'll treat those businesses accordingly. So if you take care of your clients now, stay in touch with them, stay in contact, stay on their radar, you will reap the rewards. If you take the time and the trouble to keep communicating with your clients, you will be rewarded, but it is also the right thing to do. As I said, people are going to crave connection in the coming weeks and months. Do the right thing and you will be rewarded with full columns when this is over. Step number 5 is reflection. Remember, this virus is spread physically, but it is spread mentally by the media. And rather than spending your time watching the news over and over and over again, take some time to reflect. And I'm not saying you don't need to look at the news and know what's going on. Of course you do. You need to keep in touch with everything. But take some time to think about your business shift, because it will shift. We are going into a new world when this is over. There's no doubt about that. Spend some time thinking about your business, but spend some time thinking about that to-do list that you have, all the items on the list that you continually procrastinate about. That's not a criticism, because you genuinely did not have the time. So many things you wanted to do, but I don't have the time to think about it. I don't have the time to do it. You do have the time now. Whatever else we have, providing you stay well and healthy, we all have time now. Time to attend to your to-do list. Be ready for a changing world. When everything is back to normal, this extra planning will accelerate your success and you will recover a lot faster. Now, in terms of things to do and things to think about, if you're unsure of that, would you please go onto my website, lizmckeon.com. And last week I released a 14-day podcast, which you can listen to in 14 days, or suggesting one podcast a day, but you can do the whole lot together if you want. And it's 14 days to work on your business, not just in it. So I'll give you as much as I can this morning, but please, when you're finished, go on to lizmckeon.com and have a look at my podcast and allocate. It's only 15-minute sessions, but every day. But if you allocate that 15 minutes, at the end of every 15 minutes, you'll have your to-do list. So if you're unsure about where to start, join my podcast. Moving on. Number 6, shift your perspective. Every time there are massive universal shifts and massive universal changes, there are also opportunities. Okay, so we're faced with the situation now at the moment where we have like ongoing critical challenges every day, and I'm going to suggest you look for the opportunities that those challenges bring. What are the chances for you to do better? I have a phrase that luck happens when preparation meets opportunity, and that's what we want to try and create for you now. So those of you that have my book, I am on page 244, and I want to talk to you now about entrepreneurship. Again, these are things you don't normally have time to think about, but let's think about them and talk about them over the coming weeks. So the definition of an entrepreneur is an individual who, rather than working as an employee, runs a small business and assumes all the risk and reward of a given business venture, idea or product, or a service offered for sale. The entrepreneur is commonly seen as a business leader and an innovator of new ideas and new business processes. Entrepreneurship plays a key role in any economy. These are the people who have the skills and the initiative necessary to take good new ideas to market and make the right decisions to make the ideas profitable. The reward for the risk taken is the potential economic profit that the entrepreneur is going to earn. 60 to 80% of all new jobs come from small businesses. And you know what? You have chosen to be a salon owner or manager, and that that is we are now part of the bumpy road of entrepreneurship. And from time to time you will encounter setbacks, defeats and failures, some of which might seem fatal, but they're not. Okay, as an entrepreneur, there is no such thing as failure, only experience of different feedback. You have to keep going. You have to stay strong and even cheerful when the going gets tough. So become a master of the comeback. Okay, and to try and spot the opportunity and challenges. For most people, a balanced life is achievable when everything in the salon is going well. When the road is smooth and straight, we can switch on to cruise control. When all is going to plan, it's easier to fit in balance in life. But the reality is that things rarely go as planned. What happens when your plan didn't work? When an unanticipated challenge arises, it can throw everything into a tailspin, knocking you off course and off centre. Many people get stressed, and unfortunately, some never recover. We do not want you to be one of those. Having the mindset of always looking at the opportunity, no matter how bad your situation, will prove to be an invaluable life skill. Whatever size or type of obstacle you encounter running your business, not only to make the best of it, but actively seek out the opportunities that it brings. So what is the biggest challenge that you are facing today, and how are you going to flip it? Okay, remember, luck happens when preparation meets opportunity. Number 7, remain positive. In the current climate, everyone is talking the same stories. People don't need any more negativity. Instead, they will naturally gravitate to the people and the brands that are positive about what is going on. So be that positive person. Sounds simple. It isn't always easy, particularly in the current climate and situation. I'm going to suggest that you have organised some sort of routine for yourself. I'm a great believer in the pluses that a routine brings. And don't go to bed any night during all this without having your plan for the next day, so that every day you actually have a reason to get up. So do your daily to-do list and understand the importance of a routine. And here are some of my tips on how to think positively. And I'm going to read out this list, but I want you to think about the things that you can do for you, or the things not to do. Display a more positive emotional and mental attitude towards yourself, other people, and towards this situation. Refuse to participate in your inner negative dialogue. It's just a waste of time, and it's a waste of energy. Don't allow these disappointments and difficulties and obstacles to affect your mood and your state of mind. Literally refuse and reject negative thinking. Either replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts, or engage yourself in some activity that will divert your attention from negative to positive thoughts. Don't allow what people think and say to affect your mood or affect your mind. And associate with people who bring negative value into your life. So keep in touch with people. This isolation that we're going through is very, very strange and peculiar. So keep in touch with people, but do avoid people who are going to sap your energy and sap your enthusiasm. Say positive things to yourself and about other people. Compliment the people that you're in touch with when you feel they deserve it. Have faith in yourself and in your own ability. Read about people who overcame hardships and succeeded in life. Set goals for yourself. No matter how impossible this might seem at the moment, keep yourself busy and keep yourself working on them. Each goal accomplished, no matter how small it might seem, will bring you more confidence and more self-esteem and positive thinking. So every time you achieve something small, stop and give yourself credit. And be grateful. You have a gratitude list, and it's hard at the moment, but just all the little things that you could actually be grateful for. Think about them every single day. So remain as positive as you possibly can. Step number 8, and we're nearly there, so please bear with me. Step number 8 is adapt a not now attitude. Think about where you can reduce your outlays and reduce your costs. And please do this now. Don't put this on the long finger. I know this is a scary time for you financially, but get to grips with your cash flow. Now, get whatever hand-holding you need in place to help you attend to this tough task. So I'm always talking in my workshops about your internal and your external team. So for this exercise, if you need to book some time on the phone with your accountant or whoever helps you out, do it. It will stand to your peace of mind over the coming weeks. Now is the time to fix the hole in the bucket. All salon businesses have holes in the financial bucket through which money falls even in the best of times. The most obvious are the wasteful costs. So I'm not suggesting for a second that you stop spending on anything critical, on your marketing or keeping in touch with your clients. But I am suggesting that you stop any unnecessary spending and that you stop it now. So adapt a not now attitude when it comes to your finances and comes to your cash flow. We do not know how long this is going to go on for, so you need to be organised about your money. Now, step number 9 is take the money. So I want you to organise your cash flow. That's step number 8, but take the money. Across the world now, governments are putting billions into funding small businesses. You may not agree about how they're doing it, but if cash is available, take it. Even if you don't need it right now, take it. Remember, cash is king. In most countries, you can now have a 3-month mortgage break. Take it for yourself and bear this in mind for your staff, particularly if you're feeling guilty about paying them less. Make sure your team are educated on everything that they can claim to. All of these schemes are somewhat chaotic because they are run by politicians. They're not run by amazing entrepreneurs like you. So be patient and beaver away at the paperwork and take the money. And also secure your credit. Go and secure extra cash to sustain this. Act now before it all goes crazy. And you are probably going to need an extension of credit to be able to fund your business at this time. So the point I'm making here is that's available. Don't put it on the long finger. Please attend to this right now. Number 10, I have already mentioned a couple of times, to shift your marketing to showing support. People are in a panic mode now and they're thinking differently. So you just have got to be thinking about your marketing from that perspective. In fact, I'm going to say start obsessing about your marketing, making your marketing brilliant. Having the time now to sort out your marketing over the coming weeks or months will be one of the best things to ever happen to your business. Mostly you never have time to organise your marketing strategy or work on your business. And now is the time, so let's use this wisely. Ineffective marketing can be hugely costly to a salon business. For example, does your website need to be fixed up? Do you want to send newsletters to your database on a more regular basis? Do you want to learn to send out newsletters? Does your database need to be tidied up? What about spending some money learning about marketing and business development features built into your salon software? Maybe it's time to do some remarketing on your Facebook, Google, YouTube, Instagram, all your social media platforms. The list could go on and on and on, and it could be a very long list, and that's absolutely fine, because right now you have the time. The most important marketing question to ask yourself right now is, how can we support our clients during this time? And you know what? Be helpful. And people will always, always buy from you. So it's not about sell, sell, sell. It's about how can I help? So shift your marketing to showing your support. And my final step is step number 11. My final tip of my 11 tips to navigating your way through coronavirus. Keep the faith and get ready for your rise again moment, because there definitely will be one. A bend in the road is just a little saying. A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn. So make that turn now to keep yourself positive, fit and healthy, and also to work on your business, not just in it. When the recommended restrictions are lifted, you can look forward to an influx of business and make sure you are ready for it. Now's the time to work with me on your business and not just in it. I hope that was useful for you. As I said, please go onto my website and work with me for 14 days on my podcast series, and I will have a webinar of these 11 tips ready for you as well. So thank you very much for today. Apologies for being late, and I hope that was really useful.
Brilliant, Liz. Thank you so much for that great presentation. I think that's given us all some real Monday motivation and going to keep us very motivated for the coming weeks ahead. We've had a couple of questions through to you, so I'm just going to kick off with one from Zenap Atkins. He wants to ask you, what would you recommend that are some important factors to consider when starting up my own business after the coronavirus?
Well, I think that's a really, really valuable question, and it's almost like let's just pretend we're starting our businesses again. Okay, it's almost like let's just, before you started your business, you got everything ready, and now we have time to stop and review and plan for the business again. So definitely download my podcast, because that is literally 14 days to working on your business. So the to-do list I'm suggesting is like, what are the things that were getting on my nerves about my salon? What were the things that I just never got time to do? What were the things about my website? What were the questions? Like, questions are so powerful and so empowering. What are the things about my team that, I know they were doing really well, but, we could be slicker, we could be better. And what were the things about my marketing? So to take all the pillars of your business, my customer service, my cash flow, my finances, my clients, my marketing, how can we do it better? How can I do it better? And work on that. Does that answer that question? And I think so. Every day a to-do list. Like in my book, I have 5 pillars. I have customer service, money, sales and client acquisition, people, and you. So if you were to take a pillar, customer service. How do we improve customer service? How do I manage my money a little bit better? How do I acquire more clients? How do we look after them a little bit better? And how do my team? How do I manage them a little bit better? And how do I manage myself a little bit better? Now, I'm not plugging my own stuff, but I used to have a membership site, and it was a huge body of work. And I actually stopped selling it because people were saying to me, I haven't time to do it. People just did not have the time. It was 300 pages of a workbook, and it was 10 hours of video. So if people would just bear with me, I'm planning on releasing this for free, and I should have it ready by the end of next week. So when people don't know what to do, just bear with me. And it's called Beauty Business Owners Success Blueprint. And it's literally 10 hours of working with me on building your operations manual. So I'm going to release that again for free, and to work with me on this on a one-to-one basis would probably cost about £10,000. But I'm actually going to put that out next week for free and teach people how to build their own salon operations manual. I'm just trying to get, I'm not great at the technical side of things. I'm just trying to get that end of it right. So I'm suggesting, if I'm the person to work with, go onto my website, I do my 14-day podcast series, and then work with me, and I will teach you how to build your operations manuals. And when those businesses reopen, you'll have a whole different business. You've got to work on your business now. We can't work in it, so it's working on it. So bear with me. Keep an eye on my website. Keep an eye on my social media platforms, and I will have so much information coming out that you can work with me on a daily basis, and we'll work together.
Brilliant. There's lots of good resources there. We've got time for a little bit more of questions, I think. Belissa Bell asks, how can I relaunch my business and gain my business again? I was a new business in December in the area, so didn't have many regular clients. Other people in the area do. Do you have any tips for this?
Yes. I think the thing we're all struggling with is that we don't know how long this is going to go on for. And so if we were to say, well, our business my business is to reopen in 2 weeks, I better get ready now, then I have 2 weeks. The fact that we have so long, we don't know. But at least we are living in a time where we have technology. So what sort of marketing do you want to do? So social media. So categorize it and stay in front of your clients. So what can I do to improve my social media interaction? How do I build a database? How do I send out a newsletter? What salon software have I got? I think salon software is amazing, but I have a big issue with it, is that most people don't get the time to use it and utilize it fully. So what are the features on my salon software system that I'm not using to market to my clients? So I don't think it really matters how long your business was open. We've all been stopped in our tracks now, and it's time to actually sit and reflect. What do I need to do to be ready for full columns? I am 100% certain that people we're going to have the opposite problem, because already people are calling me, and I don't have the answer for this. Liz, how will I do my nails? How will I do my own hair? What am I to do for my skincare? So I think we can't sell to our customers now, but we can certainly keep in touch with them. How do you do your own nails? How do you do your own hair? All that sort of stuff. So keep giving them lots and lots of information and stay on their radar. The post offices are still open. Send them information in the post. Keep in touch with them. And now they need information. They don't need to be sold to. Don't forget, everybody else is in a panic mode as well. If you have an online shop, obviously keep that going. But I think it's out there with information in whatever way you can. And it doesn't matter if you've only 10 clients. People talk, So if you've just opened up and you only have 10 clients or 5 clients, it doesn't matter. Keep in touch with those. They will keep in touch with their friends, and so on. Be the go-to person. Ring fence them. Stay on their radar. And so when it reopens, and this is the point I was making in my presentation, don't wait until things are reopened, because then you're going to be behind, and everybody else will get your clients. Stay in front of them now, and just keep in touch with them. Phone them. How are you keeping? Anything that I can do for you, and just keep at it every day. Allocate time to working on your business. And don't worry about when you opened or anything else. It'll be a new world. But I know you are going, salons are going to be clients' number one priority, and you're going to have the problem where you're going to fit them all in, because they're all going to want their hair done, their skin done, waxing. Can you imagine what they're all going to be like? Their nails done. So beauty has become so mainstream. You are going to be top of their agenda when your business reopens, and just keep preparing for that. However long this goes on, I will keep everybody busy with plenty of work to do on their businesses. Keep at it, keep working on it. Yeah.
Some brilliant advice there, Liz. I just wanted to read out a few lovely comments that you've had. Shanice Brown says, I'll be tuning into your podcast. Thank you. This has been really motivating. Sharon Jacob says, brilliant, Liz. Thank you so much for this. And we've also had another comment said, Liz, you've made me feel better already. So I think we've been really lucky to have you on here and hear all the advice that you have. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, then, just on that note, for people who find this helpful and empowering, I do my own Facebook and my own Instagram. So I do Facebook Live every day with just like a tip and a thought for the day to keep going. And I do Instagram at 11:15. So every single morning I'm there, hopefully not talking to myself, but just helping people just, stay in the zone and stay motivated, tough and all as that is.
Brilliant. Oh, thank you so much, Liz, for joining us. I think that's all we have time for today, but hopefully you can all stay in touch, and we have lots more coming up on our programme. So up next we have Chris, our social media editor, who's going to tell you lots more about what you can do online. But for now, thank you very much, Liz, and see you soon.
Thank you. My pleasure. See you soon. Bye. Thank you.